everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Miniature Market Gaming. I am Brie.
I am Mark.
And today we're going to bring to you Maladum. I don't know where I put the box lid at.
That's the underneath.
Yeah, it should be around me somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. Give me another 1 second. Cool. This is Maladum, which we have in stock right now on our website. Good. Throw that box lid over there somewhere.
Yep.
So Maladum is a fantasy adventure board game. If you know what Core Space is, it's the fantasy version of Core Space. It's designed by Battle Systems, and the neat thing about both Core Space and Maladum is the terrain that comes with the box. So everything you see here is in the Maladum starter box, from minis to all sorts of little terrain features. Yeah, it's all in there, and it adds to the little dungeon environment that we're going to be playing in. There's even little torches that we could put on the walls in here, wells, more crypts, all sorts of things.
A whole box of them.
Yes. So whenever I was punching these out the other day, like here's a little table we can add to it. Whenever I was punching them out the other day, I didn't have any glue on me, and you do not need glue for the walls because all these come apart, so you can modulate them. But the crates and things do require a little bit of glue so you can get them all nice and together. This is the well. The well actually fits in pretty good without glue. It has a couple more pieces, though, that'd be nice to get glued together. Yeah, so that would be in the middle there.
A super teeny tiny book.
Oh yeah, so like the tables even have little books.
Yeah.
Little books that can go on top of the table. Like I don't even know if it's gonna focus on that. Oops, I just dropped it.
Yep. Here's one with a candle on it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very, very neat thing. They also have pretty nice miniatures to go with it. That's the character I'm gonna be playing, Marana. And then Mark is gonna be playing Callan. Yeah, and then other fun things is like they have little pegs for dashboards and things like that. Here is the enemy dashboard right here. Sorry, this is the Doom dashboard. So as the game progresses, we're going to keep adding tokens, little pegs to this, and it's going to get worse and worse. And the tutorial one, once it gets pegged, I think to dismay, we're going to lose the game. So we can't. We can only get to this line right here in the tutorial mission. Yeah, and then, we got these player boards and things like that. We'll get to an overhead pretty soon so you can see all of it better. But, yeah, this game it's very cool looking. It's got, Gloomhaven-ish feels, but with, like, more interactive map. The map is the key, the big thing here in the game. There are different ways of playing, too. There is a campaign book right here, which does go through a fun little campaign. I looked at how long it was, and now I kind of forgot. Let's see here. Quest J. There are at least S level numbers of quests in here. Oh, T level of quests in here. What's that, 20?
20.
20 quests in there. But the other thing about this game, too, is that you do not have to play through the campaign. You can play one of things, and one of missions and things like that. And whenever you start a one of mission, you have you could assemble a party, so you can give yourself an amount of experience points to assemble a party, and then based on how much experience points you give yourself, you up the difficulty of the game. So for instance, Callan, if you're going to want to start with him, he takes 54 gold, whereas Mirren takes 80. So there's different characters and different classes. He's got a 10 class, I got a 16, but I know one way they balanced the beginning one is they started him with a piece of armor, and I don't get to start with a piece of armor. So, yeah. The little booklet right here is the Learn to Play guide, and I have not looked at too many of the rules because I wanted to go through the Learn to Play guide on stream because I think it would be really fun to do it that way. So I looked up some very brief things just so I'm not like completely clueless when it comes in here. Got the map all set up. The event deck is over here is all set up, and we're just gonna go through this little tutorial together and try to win. Um, and then it goes right from the end of it into the rest of the rule book. Another thing I like in here too is there's a lot of um, dark text in here that like whenever we start learning about status effects, there is what we need to know to get through the tutorial. And then it says status effects, go to page 16 of the rulebook to learn, the rest of them if you want to. Throwing items, go to page 31 of the rulebook. Again, one of the biggest things about this game is how interactable the terrain is. So, like, anything that's on the map, we can interact in some way. There's going to be traps on there, not in this mission, but other missions. The chests, there in this mission, there is one crypt, one crate, and one chest. You actually put the little item tokens, and here's some example of item tokens over here, inside them. So whenever we go to open that crate, we're actually going to physically open the crate and pull the items out of it. Yeah, it looks very, very neat, and I cannot wait to learn more about the game as we go through this little tutorial. Like I said, this is Maladum by Battle Systems, and they have all sorts of fun terrain pieces that you can add to the game available as well. There's a expansion pack already called the Beast of Maladum, which will add extra things to it. This little card right here has all like the basic monsters that we're going to be fighting in here. Is there a side to this? This is Rot Roll. No, yeah, there's different sides to this. I didn't know what one it told me to start this on.
Yeah, take the rough side.
Yeah, we'll do this one. Looks fun. Yeah.
Is there a difference?
There is a little difference. For one, there's this one has the word Doom on the bottom of it. Also, this guy looks meaner over here. He's got some extra keywords, it looks like. So we're just gonna put it like that, and we'll figure that out later. And it was probably right in the beginning which side to use on that. There wasn't different sides of this guy, and it said use side A, and there's side A right there. So that's easy at least. Number 5, it just says adversary board, and it looks like the picture is depicting this side, so I will flip it over to the other side to match what it looks like on here. Yeah, so in this first campaign, we're only going to be playing with 2 different types of enemy types, and then 2 characters. The characters were pre-chosen, they're starting equipment, starting classes, but even starting classes are like slotting things in here. So you can pick whatever class you want with whatever characters you want. It instructs me to give Marana the Rook class and Callan the Sellsword class. So more than what those mean, we'll get there. The Rook is a spellcaster. It's got a book on here, and then I got a corresponding reference card with all the spells on it. Game even comes with a dry erase marker, which we would be using in campaign mode and things like that, or if we started with experience points, to mark on our actual characters and on these reference cards too, and like what spells we have and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to the overhead view so we can just get right into what the game looks like and start playing. I'm taking my hat off. I like my axolotl hat, but it's warm. Rather warm in here.
Yeah, I thought about wearing a Christmas sweater today, but yes, it would be warm.
Yeah. So.
I didn't dig up my Atari, my Space Invader Christmas sweater.
All right. So this is how the map starts. Each one of these, like, there's sections about that big that are wall pieces. They get put together, and I'll just go ahead and grab an extra one from over here with these really easy to use clip pieces. And they actually have angled ones that are straight, ones that have 90-degree turns, one that are a 4-section. This one in the middle here is a 4-section one. Get a little closer here. They clip together pretty easily, and so this is actually the rule book told me exactly what pieces I would need, and then just showed me the layout of it. And it was super easy to follow. And then it also told me what scatter terrain I needed. It told me I needed 1 crate, 1 chest, and 1 crypt, and that's all I needed for this first starting scenario. Then instructed me to go ahead and put these. You can see these numbered guys around here. There's a 1-4 here, a 2-5, and a 3-6 up here. Those are the entry points for the monsters, and then we have a party entry point down here. So we start off the battlefield. I'm a little worried with how the video looks with these gray monsters, but on the gray terrain, it looks great from where we're sitting. Like, but the overhead probably doesn't do this enough justice, in my opinion.
Well, it's fairly light, so
Yeah. But there we go. So I also gave myself the starting player token. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to become important because, again, I'm just going to go through this rule book here. We got dice and everything. So let's go ahead and open up this book and see what we got going on here. All right, your objective. All right. I'll start with the journey begins. Before you get in the game, it is useful to familiarize yourself with the certain words that appear regularly in the rules. Read the important terms on pages 4 and 5 on the rule book now. I'll get it out to give it handy, but I'm not going to read all these important terms here. Important terms is going to be things like player, character, party, adventure, NPC. Very, very standard things. First player has the first player token, campaign, quest, round. Enemy, friendly, contact. Characters in orthogonally adjacent squares are in contact. This includes characters on either side of an open doorway. Characters on either side of a closed doorway are not in contact. Engage. Enemies in contact are engaged. This means that they're involved in combat. So, you'll be engaged if you're in contact with an enemy.
That's cool. You can actually...
Adjacent is a little differently because that includes diagonal. There you go. Target, hit point, critical hit. Ooh, there's some critical hits in there. Prone, a character has fallen over is prone. Reminder counter. Okay. So I'm going to keep this handy right over here off the side in case we'll need it. You're now ready to begin. We will introduce the remaining rules when they come up. For each one, we will provide a page reference for the rulebook, like I said earlier. Your objective. Your adventurers heard a rumor of a valuable artifact abandoned in a long-forgotten crypt. You have established its location and are on your way to retrieve it, but the crypt's inhabitants don't seem to be as dead as you were expected. Can you get in and out without joining their spectral ranks? To complete this quest, you must retrieve the artifact by objective 9 from the tomb and then get your adventurers back to safety. So this crypt over here, in this corner over here, has the objective 9 in it, and we need to go retrieve it and then pull it back to the beginning over here. So it is going to be a little bit of a maze. We have some double doors here, and we have a single door here, and then we have some holes in the wall here and here, and a double door and a single door here as well. These doors do fully open.
Yeah, it is really neat.
Yeah. Double doors do swing open too. I think they all start closed. But I haven't manipulated them yet. It's nice to get open them a little bit and get them going so that they're a little more flexible. So that is our objective. Get out. To complete this quest, you must retrieve the artifact from the tomb and get your adventurers back to safety before the Dread Tractor reaches Dismay. So Dismay is the middle one, like I was saying. The quest continues until all adventurers in play have either been defeated by their enemies or have safely returned to their staging point. All paragraphs highlighted in green are instructions and examples. Follow these for the next few pages, moving the components as we do. Then we can go to, once we're at round 4, we're done learning and we're going to finish the game ourselves. So the first 4 rounds are going to be, us to go. So the game begins with the Dread phase. Maladum is played in the series round, and each round begins with the Dread phase. The Dread track gauges the amount of magic in the vicinity and the relative aggression of your enemies, and it rises each round. So the first thing we're just going to do on the beginning of every round is add a black peg to the bottom thing here. So go ahead and do that.
Okay.
We're up to 3 now. Then we're going to go to the adventure phase. In this phase, we're going to be activating our abilities and doing some stuff. So I think it's going to let Talon move first.
Okay.
So it's going to talk about moving. So every character, if you get 2 actions every round, and that's going to be depicted by these blue things right here. So you get 2 actions. I get
Yep.
2 actions, but it looks like Marana can upgrade an action and get a 3rd action later. So what you're going to do as Callan is move. Now, whenever it says you can move up to 4 spaces.
Because I'm
And
wearing armor, so you can only go 4.
no, it says 4 for everybody.
Oh, I thought it was quicker. Well, on a video I watched. But...
Maybe.
Okay.
Characters can move up to 4 squares in any direction, but cannot move or over terrain or through enemies. So you cannot move over terrain or through enemies. You can take diagonals freely, but you cannot take diagonals if one of the spots on either side of the diagonal is occupied by a piece of terrain or furniture or enemy. So both sides had to be empty. So you can go from this spot to this spot because these both are empty, but you cannot do a diagonal movement from here to here because there is a chest in your way or crate in your way. Yeah. So you can go, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, and end right in front of this chest, which is what it's instructing you to do in here because your second action can loot the chest. All right. Now it's time to see what you've found. To search a terrain piece, adventurers must be in contact with it and not engage with an enemy. So if he is in contact with this terrain piece here and not engaged with an enemy. So when searching, any and all contents may be added to your inventory. The capacity of the adventurer's inventory is limited but to the tokens that can physically fit in this shape. So if you look at our character boards here, I already started with a couple of pieces of equipment here. All of pieces can fit in here. That's how much we can carry. Otherwise, we can't carry it. So you may leave tokens behind or swap them between the terrain piece and your inventory as you wish. So pick up the crate, remove the lid, and empty it into your hand. Place all the items you found in Callan's inventory, leaving the crate empty.
Okay, so I don't have to search, like roll
Nope,
search
nope,
or anything?
don't roll the search.
Okay.
Just pick it up and go
So
for
I'm
it.
opening it up.
Yep.
And
we got
there are 2 items.
Yep.
There's a bow.
Oh, that's cool.
And it looks like a club.
A bow and a club.
Yep.
All right, so then the chest can go back where it was, or crate in this. And then those things can be added to your inventory.
Okay.
For tutorial purposes, we're not going to concern ourselves with what we found. Sometimes you'll find useful weapons and gear, or you may find items of value that can be sold after the quest. When you replay this tutorial, refer to the reference section at the back of the rulebook for icons found on this on these guys. Yeah. So, yeah. All these items have icons on them. It looks like there's an icon for like
range.
Yeah, range. Looks like that's going to be a melee attack for 2 damage, 1 damage. All right. The next thing, Callan has now finished performing both of his available actions, and his turn is over. Mark his dashboard with an activation counter to remind you that he cannot act again this round. That's what this guy is right here. So he's done acting, and now it's going to be Marana's turn.
I think that's probably when you still have an action, then you flip, right? Because this looks like, hey, I don't have an action anymore.
It's supposed to be the
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the lightning.
Okay.
I actually think that is a different icon altogether. They don't even show it here. So, Marana. It's now Marana's turn to activate, and like Callan, her first action must be to move in the gaming area because I'm not here. However, I'm gonna make more progression into the crypt because I don't have a thing to loot. I'm just gonna move twice. So my first movement is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and my next movement's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Get myself all the way up here next to this thing. So it's hard to see on this thing, but this wall right here has a giant hole in it. I can move through that freely, or at least the 2 center parts. It's pretty clear on the maps on the board what's free and stuff like that, and it's also really clear here that I can go through from here over the other side and vice versa. Adversary phase. In this phase, adversaries, the remnants in this case, will arrive onto the gaming area and attack. The number and type of characters that arrive is based on the dread tracker, which is currently 3 pegs high, and the disquiet. The icons denote the characters that arrive through that band. And the disquiet only shows the types for the lamenters. There's 8 lamenters miniatures in the base game, and they look like creepy little skeleton dudes. You can check these icons against the adversary board if you're unsure which is which. The die icon next to the limiter means that the revenant die must be rolled to determine how many of that character type will arrive. Cool. So we're going to pretend like we rolled this dice right here, which is the adversary dice. Revenant dice, sorry. And it told me that we rolled a single hand. There is one icon shown, so the single Lamentor will turn up, and its reaching hand means that the Lamentor will rise from a nearby grave. So instead of arriving from these guys, it's going to arrive from a grave. So, the grave points marked on the gaming mat denote positions where Revenant rise from the grave. And it had me set up this specifically on the mat in a certain place. This right here, here, and here are grave points.
This looks like another one there.
Yep, there's a couple more on the other ends of the board, but they arrive to the closest grade point to an adventurer unless something, the character is already in that position. To determine the closest, you count how many squares everybody is away. So this is not the closest because it's 2 squares away from somebody. 1, 2. And this is not the this is a 1 square away, and this is also 1 square away. Now that we have a decision to make, as there are 2 grade points with the same distance, this one right here and this one right here. In both cases, revenants at these locations would have to move 1 square to engage an adventurer. A revenant at this or other nearby grade point would have to move 2 squares is not eligible, so that one's not eligible. Now it's going to go in details about what this means. If there's ever decisions to be made, we're supposed to make them as friends, as a group, but whoever holds this gets the final say, so there you go. It tells me that we want to place this Lamenter right here. We made this decision together. We want that guy to go right here.
That's fine.
Now we're going to go to the adversary actions. All right, there's a list of things that can happen. Like adventurers, each adversary takes a number of actions. Unlike adventurers, their choice of actions is determined by the game and not by us. So there's a little like diagram of how it's going to target people. The first thing is, can it reach the target and make one of its melee attacks without moving? The answer is no in this case. Is the target in the NPC's line of sight? And he is in his line of sight. He can see him. So line of sight can be determined by these things right here with going around corners and things like that. Does the NPC have a ranged weapon? No. The NPC will move towards the target via the shortest route. So he's going to move towards the target. All right. There are some text in there to make it a little bit easier and stuff like that. However, we can see from this guy over here some of his base stats. He will have 1 action every turn. That's what this little thing right here means. Lamenters move via the shortest route until it enters contact with Kalen, where it stops. So the shortest path is going to be right here. Lamenters only have 1 action, so you may think that its turn is over now, but you can't escape their grasping hands. Lamenters have the first strike ability on the character board. This allows them to attack for free when they enter range of an enemy. So this little fisty guy right here says as soon as he enters range, he's going to attack. Attack actions allow 1 character to damage another character. All right, so the red and blue dice are the combat dice. The blue dice is always used as part of the roll. If you only roll a single dice, it's only the blue dice. So you always roll the blue dice, and then you add a red dice for the rest of the remaining of your dice. So he's got a 2 strength on his guy, so he's going to be rolling 2 dice. So any of these are hits. Any of these are blunders, and something bad happens instead. In the tutorial, blunders don't do anything. Most NPCs have a melee statistic, and he does for sure. All right, so now we're going to roll. Shake, 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 roll.
Oh.
The Lamenter has achieved a single hit against Callan. Luckily, he's well protected. Part of each adventurer's character board can be a punch out or hold equipment. So we got him an armor ready. Callan started with the game with a studded leather armor.
Yep.
It's a 1 value in the shield spot, so it'll negate 1 hit from each attack made against him. As Lamentor only scored a single hit, his armor has deflected the blow and Callan remains unharmed. And now he has no more actions, so that's it. Now it would be the NPC phase. So that was the adversary phase. NPC phase would be any non-adversary NPCs in the game, which there are none currently. But that would be what happened. So then after that, it's the assessment phase. In this phase of the game, the area is tidied up. So the first thing we could do is remove our activation tokens so we know we can go again. If you're playing cooperatively, now pass the first player marker to. It says pass it to the Marana player because I was supposed to have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it again.
Okay.
Sorry, I was supposed to give it to you. The dread phase.
Oh.
Just like round 1, add a black thing there.
Mm.
All right. Event card. So unlike round 1, it is now the end of the phase. It is not the end of the phase. From round 2 onwards, we're going to draw a card from the event deck. So go ahead and draw the first card from the event deck. And this is predetermined too.
Okay.
That is not right. I
Oh.
messed up this deck. How did I do that? Easy to fix. That's supposed to be first. And then it's supposed to be...
Well, we can go through it and we
It's
just find it when we hit it.
Alarm, feeling touch, fire touch. There. And then these ones can all get shuffled up. These go on top. Now reveal 1 mark. It is completely random. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's alarm. Okay. In the case, we're resolving the text under disquiet heading. So let's go ahead and read what it says here. Disquiet. So there's 3 different things to this. There's disquiet, there's distress or dismay, and this one has desperation or doom. We're gonna have different events based on where we're on the doom track. Right now we're on disquiet down here. So read that top one.
Okay. Your presence has sounded an alarm. Increase the dread by 1.
Ooh, we gotta add another dread to it.
Yep.
That's lame.
We're gonna be in distress pretty soon.
Probably by design. All right, once all relevant text is resolved, you can discard it and then move on. All right, so now we're going to go on to the R phases, and now it's going to let me go first since last turn you had the first player token, obviously. All right. Seeing that Callan is likely to be one taking hits, we decide that Marana will help him out. As a magic user, I have access to spells. 2 of these were chosen for you and have been marked on her reference card. Have they been? They have not been. Oh, by the way, I'm going to mark Bless. So that's the one I'm going to be using. The action icon next to Bless shows that it's required an action to use. So, yep, I can see it. On this thing right here, there's a little action symbol. Sweet. Now it's going to talk about range and line of sight and cover. So this is the marker for short range. So you can see right now that I am in short range of everybody here, I imagine. And this one right here is the medium range marker. I think I'm in medium range of the entire dungeon, technically. Even though there's going to be walls around and stuff like that, I'm not in line of sight. So line of sight is being able to see your subject, and then the range is, how far away you are. There is clear line of sight with no obstructions, and Callan is well within range of the medium spell. So this is a medium range spell. I don't know where it says it's medium ranged at on here. The action icon next to Bless shows that it requires an action. Bless is marked in purple as a vicarious spell, which means that it targets other characters within medium range. So it is a medium. So just because it's purple means it's medium range. And for each spell, adventurers can use a number of pegs up to their ranks. All right. Sweet. So Marana is rank 1, depicted by something here.
Well, it shows your magic.
Yeah, I've got 2 magic though,
Yes.
so I don't know where the rank 1 comes from. There's a clear line of sight, no obstruction. Once you decide what spell to cast, you need to decide how much power to use. Almost all spells, including Bless, are variable with X. For each spell, adventurers can use a number of pegs up to their rank. So these are how many pegs I have for magic. I have 2 blue ones, but I have a rank in here that is a 1. I think it's the Malachite Mastery rank up here. Maybe not, though. Anyways, I have a 1 rank, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of my blue pegs here. Remove a blue peg from the dashboard, put it in the supply, so I'm just going to throw it on the floor, apparently. And then I'm going to give you a Bless token, which is one of those guys right here. There are some nice slots on your player board where you can place your status effect tokens. Yeah. The die is rolled and comes up with... now it would be great if magic was predictable, but where's the fun in that? Magic pegs are spent. You must always roll the magic dice. This guy right here. So we're going to roll this dice, and it's going to come up with this guy right here. This dice roll comes up as a 3 mental recovery. This means that after the spell is resolved, Marana will restore 1 magic peg. Oh, okay, so I get to restore a magic peg immediately. That's cool. I'll find it. I see it. There we go. Yay! There's some other crazy things in here that I have no idea what they do. Oh, 5 recovery, I think. Anyways, we can now resolve the spell's effect, which gives you a X Bless token, which is going to be 1. And then I give myself the thing. Take another blue peg from the supply and add it to the first empty spot in the Dread tracker. The action is now... Now you may remember that Rising Dread represents not only the aggression of your adversaries, but also the amount of magic in the area. Oh, okay, so now that I've used magic, we're going to take another blue one from the box over here and add that to the Dread tracker. Oh, man, okay. Whoops. Maybe we don't want to do that anymore. Marana's second action for the turn is to move to the nearby door. We can end her turn here, but there's one more thing she can do. So I'm going to go here as my second action, move to this door. It's 1, 2, 3 to get there. Effortless action. In addition to regular actions, adventurers may make a single effortless action each round. Quick feats that can do accomplish on a run. One such action is to open a door in contact with the character. I'm allowed to do that now, so I'm going to go ahead and open this door. Swing it open. Ha ha ha. Bye. Have fun with that little guy back there. I'm apparently getting out.
What? There's nothing on the other side?
All right, now it's Callan's turn. You're starting engaged. Unlike NPCs, most adventurers do not have built-in stats. Instead, their attacking capabilities come from the weapons they carry. So you carry an axe. So you have a value of 2, which means you would be rolling a blue and a red together. You can roll it if you want, but I'm going to tell you what you end up with. Yeah, just roll it, because we need to start rolling some dice here. Let's see if you get what it says in the book.
What it says in the book?
Oh, quite close.
Oh, nice.
All right, so you roll. We got 2 hits, so Callan has inflicted 2 hits on the Lamentor. Now we must see if the Lamentor's armor can negate these hits. Take a look at the board and see his armor value. His armor value is 1. When characters take damage, they must lose either health pegs or health counters until they have none left and are defeated. Characters that do not have these either, such as Lamentor, are defeated if they suffer any damage at all. So if Lamentor suffer any damage at all, they are defeated. So he's gonna go over here. Blah. That's pretty cool because his board basically says that each of these characters can take 1 hit, except the Rot Troll has these health things in the bottom thing over here.
Oh, where we place tokens.
Yeah, so these whenever you do these, they actually come back and fit nice and easy back in there too. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, he killed the Lamentor.
I assume now I want to start.
Remove it from the gaming area. Note that Callan failed to damage the Lamentor. If you failed to damage, he could have used the blessing status to re-roll any one dice. So the blessing status lets you reroll one dice. But luckily, he could save it for later. You have one more action. It's going to instruct you to go to the other double doors.
Oh, not go the same way you
Not go
went.
the same way we did. Yeah, we're going to go through those ones. So 1, 2, and then you can swing those guys open. So, yeah, it's going to go towards you.
Yep. Can I keep going or no?
No, you have to stop there.
Okay.
Callan has one action left, goes to there, opens the door. Yeah. Your second phase is over. So now we're going to go to the adversary phase. We're still in this quiet band, just barely. So we'll, again, roll the Revenant dice. And this time, when we roll it... No, it didn't work. It's going to pop up with these 2 scary faces. So, 2 icons means 2 Lamenters will turn up. However, we haven't rolled a Grave Point icon this time, so they'll instead arrive from the entry points around the gaming area. To find out where, we must roll the Magic Dice. The Magic Dice has numbers on it as well as the symbols. So if you want to roll that and just see where it goes to. So
3.
it would have spawned in 3. However, it's telling us they're spawning in 6 instead.
Which is next to 3.
Which is going to be over here. So 2 of those guys will spawn in 6. We follow the same process as the previous round. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. So move the first Lamenter as shown. So the first one's going to try to get as close to us as possible by going through these doors.
Okay.
I think it's going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, perfect. I think it's 1 less than that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yep. And then the next guy's going to try to do the same thing, and he's going to end up next to him on the left side. Sorry, the other side. Yep. Because you can go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
So yeah, you can go diagonally if it's your ally next to it, but if that was an enemy, he would not have been able to go diagonally. So that's how they get there. And that's it. I'll pass you the first player token. You need to officially have it this time.
Okay.
And then we go ahead and go to the next round, the dread phase. Begin the round with adding to it and then drawing a card.
Okay. Now we go into the distress phase.
Yeah. Feeling lucky. Reduce dread by 1.
Oh.
Now we're not.
All adventurers in play become blessed.
Yeah. The first effect reduces dread by 1. Remove the uppermost peg from the track. Phew. Then all adventures in play become blessed. Just like Marana's spell in the previous round, when an adventure becomes blessed, they gain a blessed counter. Discard the event and the phase is over. I'll take 1 as well to add to my character. Hooray. Now you have 2.
Oh.
Yeah, you get 2 apparently.
Oh, it still stayed in play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. When an adventurer makes a general... Oh, here we go. Callan's turn. With his armor and 2 bless counters, we're confident Callan could take on approaching Lamenters blocking the entrance up there. All right, so Callan has an effortless action to use this turn, although there are no doors to open. One of the most common used effortless action is dash. Okay. This allows the character to move a single square, representing a sprinting a little further. So you're going to go ahead and take a move, which will get you close to that open door.
So I can go 5?
You go 4 spaces. Yeah, essentially you're going to go 5 spaces.
Okay, so it's there. And then a 5th?
Yep. There it is. So it actually has you going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that ends up in the same space. Right there. Although Callan has 2 regular actions and could use the second one to engage the Lamenters this turn, he would not have any actions left to attack. So instead, we decide to use the second action to search the room. There are more than one type of search action. We've seen how terrain pieces can be searched, but adventurers also can search a room. Hunting around the dusty corners for items is called a general search and can be carried out by unengaged adventurers in a room empty of enemies. So the room has to be empty of enemies,
Which it is.
and it has to be unengaged. When an adventurer makes a general search, they must take a token from the bag. So although there are Lamenters at the door, they aren't in the room yet. So reach into the token pouch and take out a random token.
I found a hammer.
Yeah, sweet. If you drew a trap, because there are traps in there, see below and resolve their effects, and then return to the pouch. Otherwise, add an item to Callan's inventory, then place a search counter in the room. So these are search counters. This room has been searched, and he's found a hammer now too. Man, you got all the weapons. Wish you could like use more than one a turn. Okay. That seems like it's going to be the end of your turn. I found out my other spell, but it let me go. Okay, so at the end of your turn, I get to go ahead and do my turn. I'm gonna probably. Seems like it wants me to go ahead and cast this focused energy here. Focused energy represents the caster forming malachites in the air into a targeted missile. It resolves as a ranged attack, just as if the character was firing an arrow. As an elemental spell, marked in green, the target must be in medium range and line of sight like Bless, but as a range attack, the cover rules also apply. Both Lamenters are within range and line of sight. You can see that they're well within range, and these things can go right through them and see them, so we are good there. Although the lower threshold of the entrance obscures their bases, this is not enough to cover, so the Lamenters remain unprotected. We choose to target the one on the left, so I'm choosing to target that one. I'm choosing. I must now attempt to cast the spell as she is rank 1. X can be 1. So I will remove a blue peg from my thing right here and cast the spell. I will. Every time you cast a spell, you got to roll the magic dice here, and I'm going to roll it, and I will end up with a 2, which is blank. No further effects. Other than cover, which won't apply in this case, ranged attacks are resolved exactly like melee attacks. So X is 1, so I only get a single dice here. All right, so I'm going to roll. And wow, that would have been better than what they told me I rolled. I actually rolled that, and it says, disaster. It looks like I'm not going to defeat him. However, don't forget that she's feeling lucky. Her bless counter can be spent to reroll dice. So we decide to do this now. I'm going to return my bless token to the thing and reroll this dice. Hey, it is what it says. Without any armor to cover to negate the hit, this Lamenter is defeated. As before, so I don't know, I'm guessing that the Lamenter does not have armor versus range attacks. So there we go. I defeated that guy right there. And then we're going to add a blue to this space right here. So I put us back into distress. Yeah, I should stop casting spells. There it is. And then it gives us rules on how range and elemental magic works. Marana is light on equipment, so for her second action, I'm going to move all the way around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to take a dash action to go over here. I guess I'm hiding from the Lamenters on that side. And then I'm going to use my second action. I'm not going to do it because I don't have any more actions.
Yeah, because you moved and you shot a spell and it moved.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for me. So the adversary phase. First we roll the Revenant dice. It's going to come out blank this time. Your adventurers really are lucky this round. A blank means that no Lamenters arrive. The Distress Band brings Myriad, a Myriad into play. That's one of these guys right here. Instead of rolling the dice, the Myriad simply has 1 next to its icon. One of these will arrive every round. We still need to determine its arrival location, so go ahead and roll this dice to see where it's going to arrive from and get the 1 number that it says it's supposed to. All right, it's actually supposed to come from 1. So this guy's going to arrive from 1. It is a little bit meaner than the other ones. Oh, this guy doesn't have armor. That's just I don't know what that actually represents at the top there. But this guy has armor. That guy doesn't have armor, which is why I killed him.
Okay.
Yeah. So you did 1 more damage than you had to last time.
That's
okay. Well, let's keep going here. It thinks I'm the closest, so it's going to try to get to me, and it's got 2 actions. It says it on the thing here, 2 actions. So it's going to try to get to me as the fastest way possible. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Does it get grabby?
No, it's not close enough to hit me.
Oh, okay.
The Lamenter's closest target is the Lamenter. Oh, there we go. That guy is Callan, so it's gonna move to Callan and then attack you. So, beep. Now it's gonna roll 2 dice because it's got a 2 strength. And very close to the result it's supposed to have. I'm supposed to have that result.
Oh, same thing.
Not really, because this is actually a critical hit. You'll notice it's done with the red dice. This is how you score a critical hit. Not only does it score 2 hits, but additional effects will apply. And it looks like there's a critical hit symbol. That's the icon next to his attack statistic means that it will poison the target if it scores a critical hit. It's fair to say Callan's not happy with the result, but like Marana, he's blessed. Blessed characters can re-roll dice from enemy attacks against them as well. Callan does that now. The blue dice is re-rolled, but comes up with the same result. Although Callan has a second blessing counter, dice can only ever be re-rolled once. Man. Callan's armor negates one of the hits, but the other hit causes damage. Return one of your health pegs to the supply. And then you're going to get a poison status, which is this guy right here.
Okay.
There it is.
Does it make me keep taking damage?
I don't know. We'll see. Ah, the assessment phase now. It's a longer section here, so I'm guessing that's what's going to be happening. Remove both activation counters from us. Pass this back to me. The die is rolled for Callan. Poison characters must roll a magic die on each assessment phase. The result range from losing various pegs is becoming fatigued, a status effect that wastes your actions, but there is also a chance the poison will wear off. The die is rolled. Well, you can roll that die.
Okay.
Hey, you rolled exactly what you need to roll. Yeah, 1 in 6 chance. The die is rolled to Callan, results a 4. This effect forces him to lose 1 valuable skill peg. So you're going to lose one of the pink skill pegs. We decided to spend Callan's bless counter to re-roll this dice to hope for a better result. Never mind. Put that pink one back.
Oh.
The die is re-rolled and comes up with a 2, which is a loss of health peg. Oh, so we got a 2 instead. Which is a loss of health. So you're going to return a health instead now.
Another green.
Yeah, a green stuff. All right. So on page 16 of the rulebook, we'll get some more status effects, and I'm sure it goes to the table of what you roll, what this dice means whenever you roll for poisons. For now, though, we're going to go to the dread phase of the next round. Add another peg. And now we're going to go ahead and flip the next card over.
Fiery Touch.
Fiery Touch.
Disquiet Doom. The Maladum channels its magic through its minions. All engaged adversaries make a 2-die melee attack with fire.
Ooh.
Well, fire symbol. Then all unengaged adversaries make a move action.
Okay. That's not cool. All right, this could be trouble. So, this guy's going to roll 2 dice versus you.
Okay.
And close to what I wanted me to do.
It blunders?
It blunders. However, there's no blundering effect in the thing. But however, that is a miss, and that is a 1 hit. Callan still has 1 armor, so he's just fine. Unengaged adversaries now will move towards me, and he's just going to go down here. Bloop. Hello, me. Now we can discard the event.
Okay.
All right, Marana is unable to cast spells while engaged and will attempt to move away from the Myria. It will attack her. There's attacks of opportunities in this game. So I'll just use my quarterstaff instead. So my quarterstaff has 2 dice. Yeah. And that's a terrible roll. However, it told me to roll that instead. Myria's armor is 1, negates 1 of the hits, but the other damages it, defeating the Myria. All right, I got that person. Done. All right, now I want to cast a spell. Unfortunately, I cannot fully see the lament. I can't fully see that guy apparently because it's going to cut through your square. So line of sight here will cut through your square. Interesting. So the way line of sight works is you focus on the center of my square, and I have to have line of sight on every corner of that square.
Oh, not just
So,
line,
yep,
just not centered through.
Yep. So this guy, if I go to that back corner,
Okay.
you're covering it. So you're blocking my view, so he will get some cover. Works just like armor. At longer distance, shooting an engaged comrade would be risky, but with short range, Marana can avoid hitting Callan, so there's no further penalty. So this is because we were at short range, I don't have to get a penalty and maybe hit you. We're gonna go ahead and remove a blue peg. It's my last blue peg. I will roll the dice. It's supposed to come up with a 6, which is unstable magic. Ooh. Oh, sorry, unstoppable is what it says. This effect resolves the spell as if it was an additional peg, so level 2. So I gotta go ahead and roll 2 dice now. And it's supposed to be just like this. Hot dang. So, one of these is negated by the Lamenter's cover penalty, but the second will remove it from play. Hooray! I killed another Lamenter. I'm up to killing 3 things. How many have you killed?
Just one.
Oh, man.
I searched for a bunch of stuff.
With her remaining effortless action, we decide that Marana will throw her morsel to Callan. All right. Items can be thrown at a square in short range, and then the blue die is rolled to determine accuracy. So I'm going to throw my little apple at you that I have. Boop. And so we'll roll this to determine accuracy. Oh, cool. That's even more accurate. This hit is accurate enough for you to catch. I'll remove it from my inventory and place it in your square. Okay. Now it's Callan's turn.
Okay.
Now, free of enemies, we decide that Callan needs to recover from his injuries with a rest action. But first, he uses his effortless action to pick up the morsel on the ground.
Okay. And eat it, I assume.
Yep. Maybe not yet. I don't know if it goes in your thing for now. Callan uses both of his actions to rest. The rest action itself will restore one of his missing health pegs and remove his poison status. The morsel is used to restore an additional health peg and it's discarded back to the token pouch in the process. Make these adjustments now and your turn is over.
Okay.
Nice. You get heal both your pegs and yeah. All right. So apparently, with the basics there, we are ready to complete this game by moving on to the adversary phase and then the next assessment phase, and just keep going until we lose or win. So, the next thing would be the adversary phase, and now we can actually roll dice instead of fake rolling dice.
So the training wheels are off.
Training wheels are off, guys. We're gonna do this now. So, first thing we'll do is we get to spawn one of these guys at a location because it's a 1. Looks like it's back at location 1 again, so he's going to go over here. And then we're going to go ahead and roll this dice and get 2 at the grave places. And there's actually a map at the beginning of the book where those are, so we can not have to guess. I actually think there's one here, which I think is the closest one. And there's one here, which might be the second closest one. There's also one up here that actually might be closer to you.
That's closer than the one.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Just like that. So then they're all going to take... these guys only take 1 action, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's within range, so he will be attacking you. Because of the quick attack thing. And then he will be in range too. And then if we follow the exact same path this guy took last turn, he's going to end up right here. So then this guy's going to attack you. He's got a 2 strength. You want to roll against yourself?
Okay.
Looks like he didn't hit you at all, and this guy's gonna attack me. I don't have any armor though, so this is just gonna straight up damage me. 2 damage. This game is not friendly. Wow. I'm already gonna have to rest.
I was gonna say.
Man, I'm gonna loot that chest and hopefully get something good in there. And then that's the end of that phase. So now we can go to the end of the phase. There's no more poison, so hopefully we just don't get poisoned again, so I don't have to learn all the poison rules. And then it goes back to the top of the round, and with you going first.
Okay. Well, do you want me to help you out or just go?
I mean, I think part of us we probably need to keep moving forward because we do have a. Oh, sorry, we got to do this first. And a new card. Snap. Select an adventurer at random. A random item that they are carrying is broken. Turn the item face down in their inventory. Hopefully it's you because
I can spare.
All right, so at random, let's see here. Your faces and I am hands and blank.
Okay.
Hand and blank. All right, well I'm gonna break my weapon right here. Snap. Quarterstaff. So that is face down. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means exactly, except I can't use it for sure.
Okay.
Lame.
So you can't.
I can't melee anymore, and I can't magic anymore because I don't have any blue. So.
And you can't search in the thing with the.
Oh, we also forgot to add this to here whenever
magic.
I casted magic.
So you can't search the chest with the enemy there.
Nope, I have to get away from the enemy first, which means I provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
I'd much prefer if you helped me out here, or we just lose. Like that could happen too.
Well, I do have a bow, so I could actually shoot.
Yeah.
So I could actually get in 2 attacks.
Cool. Let's go back here and figure out where attacks of opportunities are and see if a bow would.
Because I probably have to deal with the enemy right next to me first.
Yeah.
But if I defeat that, then I can probably do. I may be able to use the bow against the one next to you.
Yeah. Attacks of opportunity on page 23. So attacks of opportunity. If a character leaves contact with one or more enemies during their move, all standing, engaged, unfatigued enemies may make a free melee attack action. This action resolved immediately. No, man.
Also,
don't get stunned or fatigued whenever you're doing that because it just.
Also, could I throw you a weapon?
Oh man, you probably could. I would say yeah. All right, so let's go to range attacks next.
Well, let's do. Okay, so I don't think I can do much with. I think I have to take care of the one next to me first.
Absolutely.
So why don't I do that with the axe?
Yep.
So I get to roll 2 dice.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're still blessed, so that's good.
Yep. I hit once.
That is enough to kill it. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So
cannot be engaged with any other character. Cannot be engaged with the character.
Okay, so you throwing the apple earlier was like a simple action, correct?
Yes, it was a free action. So you could throw one of those to me for free, including a bow. So then I can just start like getting away and.
Well, if I keep the bow, then I could stay where I am, and potentially shoot the one next to you.
Could you shoot the bow then throw it to me?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's do it.
Okay, so that one has a 1/2.
To fire a weapon with one of these icons, must have matching ammunition, gear, or armor token in their inventory. We don't have ammo for it.
Oh, I need.
We need to have arrows for that one. There's 2 different types of ammo. Okay, but all you need is 1, because once you have 1, you can fire the bow. Hey, maybe there's one in my chest. I'll open it up soon. Just.
Okay, so
I don't know what we'll do at this point, but.
Okay, so you want me to throw you something?
Yeah, it would be nice.
Okay, what do you want?
Either of those will do the same thing. Those symbols do mean things, but it says that during the base scenario, ignore them for now. So there's like the stabby symbol and the bludgeon symbol. Mm-hmm. I'll take the tiny one. No, I'll take this one. That way you have more
slots. It looks like a better one.
Okay, so you have to roll that and just get a get a hit, so we don't have to look up the rules for missing. All right, we'll look up the rules for missing. Throwing items. Probably an appendix in the back here. Just yeah, there we go. Throwing items. 31. Throwing weapons. All melee weapons can that are not cumbersome, which the number of dice shown on the item are rolled like a ranged attack weapon. The thrown weapon is removed from the character's dashboard and placed on the floor of the target square. Throwing other items. All equipment can be thrown without resolving an attack. So you actually have to resolve an attack to throw a melee weapon. So you can throw it. You could throw a melee weapon at a character then.
Yeah.
Let's just like start over and just like throw that weapon at him.
Oh, okay.
A melee weapon or cover can be thrown to make an attack. So you're throwing this thing to make an attack at this guy.
Okay, but I'm only using 1 die.
Yep, 1 dice because it's got 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to place this at the bottom of the square. Right. That's fun. I like that.
And I guess I still have another action.
Note that thrown weapons can break just like any other, falling 2 skulls. If you get 2 skulls, you get a break it. And you still have That was an attack.
That was an attack, so
yes.
That actually counts as an action.
Yeah. Thrown items do not have to target a character. You can target an empty square if you wish. Throwing an item requires LOS. All equipment can be thrown without resolving attacks. Such you want to pass an item to fellow adventurer. It's under effortless actions. It feels like it's an effortless action still. Throwing an item is an effortless action. Dashing, laying prone, using an item marked with a check mark. Yeah, throwing an item. You totally could throw an item as an effortless action. Cool. All right. There you go. Let's it is now you still have 1 more action left.
Well, should I proceed?
I mean, I just got that guy left. I can probably handle that guy.
I mean, unless you want to do a search through the chest and then you just come through.
Yeah, I could probably do that too.
Okay. So 1, 2.
Okay. All right. Then it's going to go to my turn where I will go ahead and do the chest searchy thing. Nope.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot that the
bottom fell out.
Hey, I got some arrows.
Oh.
All right. So I got an apple, which I might just use immediately. I have a shield. That seems like it might be good. I don't know what that symbol means, but it's a shield. And then we have an apple, which I don't know if that's during a rest, that icon. So let's it had you use that during a rest, but I didn't know if you had to use it during a rest.
If you could just use it on the fly.
Let's see if there's like a just a broad icon. Icons. All right, 6 and 7, 13, 83 through 85. Oh, nice. Here's all the reference of all the icons. All right, we got one that looks like a resty buddy. Rest. This icon will be seen alongside other abilities. Can only be used during a rest action. The character may discard the token to apply its ability. So, if I rest with that apple, I get some health back. I might just do that anyways right now. So I'm not gonna get away from him, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Let's use both actions to just run.
Searching's an action.
Oh, it is an action. You're right.
I can dash. See, the dash actually gets me far enough away.
Yeah.
So I will get away. All right. Well, that's fun. Let's see what this shield icon. Defensive reroll. The character may force a single die to reroll if any made against him. Oh, nice. But it has an action icon. Shield block. This character may spend an action to raise his shield. The token is placed back into the inventory again, so as the... Oh, okay. Inside the shield icon. Okay. Take an action other than move or dash. Suffers damage or becomes stunned. Okay. That's cool. Man, this game is really fun. I like
Well,
it
it
a
looks
lot.
like there's a bunch of things we aren't using yet.
Yeah. So
Because of all the skills listed.
Yep.
And yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to dash up here. That is my turn.
Okay.
So now we are going to go to the adversary phase. We'll grab a black thing. You can draw the card. I'll get the black pig in there. Oh, no, black pig is beginning of the turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep.
Disquiet Doom, life drain. The adventurer with the most health suffers 2 damage, up to a maximum of the remaining health. They may spend magic pegs to reduce this damage. If the Malgaunt is in play, it restores health equal to the damage inflicted. This may exceed its starting health. Otherwise, that many Lamentors appear, if available, at the nearest empty grave points to the adventurer.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm going to get attacked. So you can spend your 1 magic to prevent it.
Oh, you have the most health right now.
I have 1 health, so you're 4.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I definitely do not.
I was looking at the purple rather than
Yeah.
green. Okay.
So you're going to take up to 2 damage. You can only take 1 if you want to. But that's going to spawn this guy at 3 right here. Unless you take 2. You do have to use that blue one, though.
No.
And I'm not sure if magic is used this way if it goes to the distress tech. We're just going to say it doesn't. Learn that
So I
rule
didn't
later.
really use it.
Yeah, you didn't use it. Just prevent some. Yeah, and then that would be the end of that event. Oh, the event's supposed to happen at the beginning of the turn. Did we do the event at the beginning of the turn? Let's just gonna roll that back slightly. That's the beginning of the turn effect, right?
I think
it is. I'm pretty sure we rolled Fiery Touch at the beginning of this turn. No, this is round 4.
Okay, so we're still on.
We should have done this.
So we
this should have happened at the beginning. Of the turn.
No, this should happen because this character needs a move, and then don't we need to roll and see if we get new characters?
Yeah, we're just gonna do it like we're set. We're just gonna do that. Now we're gonna roll for new characters. Okay, cool. Now we'll pretend like that happened because it was supposed to be at the beginning of the round, but at round 4. So now.
So I still had to lose this and all that.
Yeah, you have to. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Let's get a good event.
Well, we had.
Which one sounds like a good one?
But we're on 5 cards though.
That one. Oh, is that the 5th card? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Then we're good. Give it all back. We're good. Fuck it. I mean, darn it. All right. Sorry. I thought you added the card to it.
Nope.
Okay. Anyways, now let's roll the dice. We will get one of these guys at position 3, which is not good. And then we'll also get some of these guys. If you want to roll.
2 hands.
Hands again. So that's a hand. I believe this is actually closer. Does he? No, because the door's not open. So over here's the deck's closest, I think.
You're that right here.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same. So we'll just put them here because it seems easier.
Yep.
All right. And that's it. Now they all get to take turns. I think we can decide who this guy's attacks because he is the equal distance to both of us. So I prefer he attack you.
Okay.
Although, if he went and attacked me, then the bigger guy goes and attacks you. Actually, they're both equal on attack-wise. He's going to come and attack you. So that is what he rolls against you.
Oh, we don't.
I'll roll it.
I was going to say.
1 damage, blocked by your armor. This guy's going to come in. 1, 2, 3. And kill me, more than likely. No, he doesn't. Yes, that's the break we needed. This guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and not attack. There are a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the round. I'll take this guy back. We'll then flip this thing and do the turn.
Yep. Add one of these.
We'll add a thing here. So it's going to be an extra guy next turn. You get to go ahead and do those two things.
Okay.
And then now we can go on to our faces again with me going first, apparently.
Okay, so you can you do a rest action or no?
I don't know, honestly. Can our rest action be done while there are people here? Quick reference. Melee range, knockback, persuade, stand, cast, rest. Take no enemies in room or short range.
Oh.
And line of sight. So no, I cannot. I also can't attack. Because I don't have anything to attack with.
I thought you had a hammer.
No, it dropped next to it, and I couldn't pick it up.
You couldn't pick it up.
What
do you have?
I have got an arrow and a shield. I can pull up my shield. That's not bad.
Can we break away and run into the next room?
I would prefer if you could go first. I don't know if, like, players take turns activating. Like, if I could let you go first, that would be the best, because then you could try to pick off two of them and give me a weapon. Let's go with picking up items first off. Let's see if I could have picked that hammer up. Items, inventory icons, and interact. Loot. Is there a loot? Line of sight, large bases. All right. So on your sheet, on your turn that one time, you picked up that apple.
Well, you threw it to me. Yes.
Yeah. But you were able to pick it up with your. It's this guy. It was turn 2. He had a very short turn. All right. Yep. Now prevent enemy decide to rest. To pick up the morsel, add it to his inventory. So we'll just go to free actions. Wherever free actions was. Not free actions, effortless. 31. So there is picking up an item, dropping or swapping a single item in the same or adjacent square is an effortless action.
So you could have picked that up.
I could have picked it up, but I used my effortless action to dash.
Oh.
So, I mean, I could just say I have it, or I can raise my shield and see if that protects me. However, I can use my effortless action to swap with you, I believe.
So I can give you the bow?
Yeah. However, I won't be able to shoot any of these guys since they're short range of me.
Oh.
I'll prefer the bow, but instead I can use my effortless action to take...
Or I can take the club. Or you could take the club.
Take the club. That's my effortless action. I will then go ahead and make a melee attack against the Lamenter. No, because you're already in range of him.
Yeah, that's the only one I can hit.
Yeah, but I have to get 2. I have a 1 dice. I have to get a critical hit to get those guys.
Oh. Well, if you hit it, then I could move and get one of the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go for the Lamenter then. Got him. Then I have one more action I can do. I'm going to use it to raise my shield. I will move it up here. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to do it. So I can force a reroll every time I'm hit until I lower my shield. The way I read that. So wheat.
Okay. So.
Oh, it says you could swap instead. So I'm going to swap. No, it doesn't matter. This is a single. picking up, dropping, or swapping a single item in the same or adjacent square. Multiple items can be picked up, dropped, or swapped as a search action. Okay. Giving, taking, or swapping an item with an adjacent character from your turn. Okay. That's it for me.
Well, no, don't you have a second action?
Oh, I have a second action. Oh no, it takes an action to raise the shield.
Oh, okay.
So that might save my life. So I'm gonna try it out and see if it helps.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you have to get in front of me no matter what, so you can tank anybody else coming in the room.
You want me to move around?
I think you can get. You can't really get too far. You could probably just get north of this guy and then just try to hit that guy.
Well, I mean, I could go there.
Yeah, that's exactly where. That's 2, but you could also go 1, 2, 3, 4 if you wanted to.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, nothing else you could really do after that.
Okay.
And you missed him, unless you use a blessing.
To reroll the...
Reroll the red one, I imagine. It's a 50-50 to hit him then. Yeah! Did it! Guy's dead. Okay.
Now it's their turn.
Now let's, yeah, so we get to roll these 2 dice. First off, the Miria gets to appear at 1, thankfully. So he's going to end up right over here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where he'll end up. And then, let's get a blank on this time. All right,
Nope.
1 in the nearest grave. No, sorry, it's a door. A 5. Eh, it's not the furthest, not the closest. 1, 2, 3. Yep, he's gonna swing, and this guy's gonna come in. We'll just make him go right there. So you have 2 that are gonna try to swing at you, and you have 1 that's gonna try to swing at me. I have my shield up, so I can force 1 reroll. So here we go. I don't need a reroll against me. Here you go. Against you, first guy. 2 damage and you're poisoned. I wish that.
So I lose 1. You get a poison.
The next guy, nothing. Okay, I'll have to look up status effects when we get to the end of the turn. Hey, it's the end of the turn. Status effects. Here it is. 16.
Are you guys winning?
No.
This is hard. In each assessment phase, roll the magic dice. On a 1 or 2, you lose a health. 3 or 4, you lose a skill peg. On a 5, you become fatigued. On a 6, the poison wears off. So you want a 6 is what you want.
My character reminds me of Thor on the show Ghosts.
Hooray! The poison wears off.
Yay.
Man, so strengthy. All right, so now it is back to the top. Let's add a peg and then resolve the next one, which is renewed vigor. In dismay or desperation, the 3 adversaries closest to an adventurer are blessed. Then all adversaries in play immediately take 1 action following normal rules. Let's ignore that one and do this one.
Well, wait. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
There is an unexpected lull in the seemingly endless onslaught. Reduce dread by 2. No adversaries will arrive this round. Adversaries already in play will activate as normal. That's way better. We needed that respite. Absolutely. Okay, so now you're going up first.
Okay. So, should we just keep attacking, or should we try to make our way to that door?
I think we need to. We're gonna have a respite, right? So, if you can clear out 2 people and then maybe dash back towards me.
Well, it's going to take me both attacks, though. To do
Yeah, and then I can then try to get an attack off. Hey, that's a Myria though. I don't know. My character's not as good as the attack at the attacking. Uh, I don't know what the best play is. Oh, you could attack this guy, dash through the corner, and then attack this guy.
Okay.
I mean, that's always something.
Okay.
He hecka dead.
Okay.
Okay. As you move away from the other guy, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you. If you do that. It's up to you if you absolutely want to do it, but I would prefer... Because if we did it this way, then I could take the bow from you.
Yeah.
And then shoot the guy.
And then shoot the guy.
And then
that's
still
fine.
move.
That's fine.
Okay. So you get to...
So
this guy's going to attack you. Yep. Yes. So let's see. Just get a 1. There it is.
Okay. Block that with shield.
Yep.
Okay.
Block it with your armor. Armor's good in this game, guys. Okay. Like, I just...
This just the 1 armor.
Just get some armor is the key to this game. Because my character did not have armor. I'm struggling.
Okay.
That guy's hecka dead too.
Yep.
All right. Well, it'll be my turn now.
I can give you the bow.
Yeah. As my free action, I will take a bow from you. Since I did an action that is not move, I disarm I lower my shield. So if I wanted to raise it again, I have to take whole other action. I don't need to. Instead, I'm going to shoot this guy with the bow, because I have the matching arrows now. Hooray. And, yeah, it's just going to be 1 blue dice, because it's in range 1. So if I was actually further away, this guy would actually do more damage. But I have to be really far away. I'm guessing it's because I'm so close, I got to, like, steady a shot, you know? But here we go. Let's see if I get this guy dead. And I do. So, oh my goodness. I could search the room if I wanted to now. I think I'm going to get to the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't open it because I use my free action to get an item from you. So I am there now, at least. And now we're going to have our adversary phase. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will have a chance to attack you. He will do a damage to you. Hey, but you're technically on the other side of the door, so we could. I guess it's engage is one of the rules on that. So that you are engaged, you will not be able to rest. But if you were able to kill him, and then you could rest. Right now it's the rolly thingy, but we could ignore all that. So hooray, hooray for respite! All right, top of the round.
Okay.
Shuffle this so we don't get this.
So we don't guarantee die.
Trap arrow. This is not good. So in disquiet, and dismay, an adventurer trips a wire and an arrow shoots from the wall. A random adventurer suffers a range attack with 1 die and sharp. Ignore sharp. Shuffle this card back in the deck. Oh, that's not good. So you take it because you have a chance of surviving this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be blue.
Well, does my shield block it or no?
If you get a crit,
or
it kills you.
Oh.
No. There you go. That's shuffled back in. All right, and now it's oh, I did get this. Oh, did we forget to move this guy? He was supposed to attack you as well.
Yeah.
He didn't hit. we're gonna fudge it a little bit, and then I'm gonna reread the rules and learn how not to break my staff, because I think that was pretty mean and harsh. All right, we gotta go to cover now because this guy's got heck of cover against you. Is it my turn?
I think so.
So cover on 10, 11, and 24. Let's go to 10 and 11. Cover. All right, 25% of the target is less is obstructed, it's insufficient cover. If 25 to 90% is obstructed, it's partial cover. And more than 90%, it's full cover. You cannot decide what type of cover it is. Roll the magic dice, and one, two, three, it's the larger amount. A 4 or 6, it's the smaller amount. Sweet. That tells me that we can decide what cover he's in. He's definitely in partial cover. Now we gotta go see what that actually does for him. Is it one partial cover is 1 armor, I believe.
Why are we needing to figure that out?
What?
Why are we needing to figure that out?
Because it's my turn and I can shoot this guy.
Oh, okay.
And if I shoot him, I can kill him. And he's actually in medium range, so I actually have 2 dice against him. So he does have 1 armor because of partial cover. We're gonna try to kill him.
Yeah, because I'm partially blocked. Because yes, if
Yeah.
that's what you were trying to figure out. Yes.
I did not do it. We're ignoring blunder still. I'm just gonna try to attack them again, and then rest. No, I have to rest now. I'll just open the door. That's what I'll do.
You could just open the door and go in.
I mean, I could. I kind of want to help you out, though. I'll just do it. I'm there. I could have just not attacked him in the beginning and just looted the chest this turn, but oh well. The door's open.
Okay. So is there any way I could use both actions and then close the door?
Free action might be closed door, but I don't know if we can
Keep them from coming in?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Well, probably. I mean, there's a good chance I'm going to die trying to escape from it.
Yeah, so you probably just attack them and just keep swinging until you do something. And hopefully they spawn over here, giving us a turn where you can heal.
Okay.
That's why I was hoping to kill one. Because if I killed that one, you could kill that one and then rest.
Yes. Well, can I rest if I can't rest if I?
You can't rest if there's an enemy in your room.
Yes.
Or if something's engaged with you.
Okay.
So they're both preventing you from resting.
Okay.
I will make sure though. So.
Okay. Well, let's start with the big one first.
66.
Big one first.
That's the rest phase.
Did I kill it?
Yay! Big one dead.
Little one.
And you kill it.
But I rolled it. Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything in the
okay.
adventure. It doesn't mean anything until I say it does. 2 actions: no enemies in room or short range, and line of sight. Okay, so okay, cool. So if an enemy can be in short range as long as they're not in line of sight. I don't know if we said it yet. This is we were talking about the beginning of this. This is medium.
Yes.
Okay, because yeah, that's just hilarious how this is small.
So do they add just the 2 together to make long range?
There's no long range in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't need it. All right, so that was 2 actions. You still have a partial action. Do you want to take a dash?
So I could just go one space.
Yeah. Wait.
And hope for the best.
And hope that this thing is good. So we will spawn a Miria again, and that Miria is going to spawn at 1 or 4. 5.
5.
Not the worst, definitely not the best.
No.
Because he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He will be hitting you.
Yeah.
So then the next guy is going to be based off this thing, and we're going to not get the grave. We're going to get Facey. Or Blink. Even better. Okay. Here we go. This is to kill you. We killed him. Defeated warrior. Okay. Well, that's the end of the phase, and the game's not over until I'm dead too. So on my turn, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to rest and eat this apple. His
I
apple.
expected your character to have more magic.
Yeah, I'm done. So I eat the apple. So here's the thing. I could actually regain some magic right now if I wanted to. So it's not... It does not seem like the best to do. Because page 30 for a rest. I can remove all fatigue counters. Resting requires 2 consecutive actions. Oh, shoot.
You have 2 actions.
Yeah, but I can't. I'll rest instead of. Restore up to 2 magic pegs. Restore up to 1 health peg or 1 skill peg. So I will get a health peg.
You need 2 magic pegs.
I'll get 2 magic pegs. Oh, did we not? We didn't do the beginning of the round stuff. We are in distress.
Yep.
The adventurers feel suddenly drained by an unnatural force. All characters discard a magic peg. If they cannot, they become fatigued. Well, I gotta learn what fatigue does. But hey, I don't need to because I'm gonna get rid of it. Remove all fatigue counters. Remove a wounded or poison counter, one or the other, and stand up if prone. Hooray! I did all that. Now it's their turn again. He's gonna move 8 towards me.
Could you
1,
close the
2,
door?
3, 4, 5. I don't know. We're just gonna say no because I don't know if I can just keep people out that way. And then another one of these guys is gonna spawn over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then one guy spawns here and goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're gonna do another one of these. Renewed vigor. It is the 3 adventurers closest to the adventurer are blessed, so they're all blessed now. Then all immediately take 1 action following normal rules. So this guy's got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then one of them is going to hit me and deal 1 damage to me because I have no protection. I don't know how blessing works with them, so it doesn't. This was supposed to get a new peg, and then I could take my turns again. I can't loot that while they're all around me.
No, you can.
They're just spawning too fast.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to like stop the bleeding here. Make them not spawn anymore.
Well, I think you have to have at least 2 characters.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to loot this and see what I get. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna dash. That's my free action. And I'm gonna take 2 damage and die. That's cool. That's 3 total damage. I lose now too. I want to see what's in this thing. Here it is. I get.
Oh, there's more than just a magic item?
Yeah. I got a spear, which seems like it'd be good. It's 2 damage. And it can attack diagonals. Some lettuce. Looks like it gives me a health. And then I also got some more arrows. So I will drop my quarterstaff, even though the game's over. And I don't need this shield and this club anymore. I'll take a spear instead and that lettuce. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. I got some stuff now. And then, I lost. We lose.
Well, this is only the first attempt.
It was only the first attempt, and it's a little punishing, and I do enjoy this game quite a bit.
And I think we would have been in better shape if we did not do the 4 preset turns. We probably could have made better decisions.
Yeah, exactly. Like just a little bit more, getting there a little faster and all that stuff. Yep. All right, well, that is how the game is played through this thing here, and on the back here it tells you what the next steps are and stuff like that. You may have noticed that Callan's Axe and Miranda's Focused Energy spell have the Bludgeoning and Sharp that we didn't use, so it can tell you what to go. We know what those do. Let's go see what Sharp would have done.
Yeah, I think if we could have used like a lot of
their skills. Like,
yes,
we have these skill pegs that actually do stuff that we didn't do. All right, so those are levels that you have. So you don't have any of those yet, but you can level them up later. But you do have one of Frenzy. And Frenzy is a
probably would have been extra attacks.
Let's see here. Frenzy. The red ability. It's gotta be in here. Use before making a melee attack. Add 2 dice to the attack. That's pretty cool.
I mean, that probably could have helped like the 1 or 2 times I missed.
I had Malachite Mastery. Oh, I could have, no, sorry. Malachite. Cast any level 1 spell, whether you have access to it or not, spending an action. Sweet. Cool. That's what gave me that. But I also have acrobatics. Make a move with whatever those symbols mean. Passive, you may stand up as an effortless action. Oh, that's cool. Make a move with 2-3. Whatever 2-3 means. I gotta learn how moves work now too. Anyways, we're gonna look up icons. There's an icon list here. And we're gonna see what bludgeoning and sharp does. Sharp, if the weapon rolls a critical hit, the target is wounded, even if no damage was caused.
Oh, is that what this one is?
Yeah, that's the sharp, and then bludgeoning. Starts with B. If this attack rolls a critical hit, the target is fatigued, even if no damage was caused. The target suffers one additional fatigue counter for each damage caused. The attack rolls one extra die when attacking terrain pieces. Oh, you attack terrain pieces and get some extra damage on it with a bludgeoning weapon. That makes sense. Let's see what fatigue does now, because that was something we actually should have played with. 16 and 17. Fatigue. This counter usually represents a character taking actions outside their own turn. When a character turn begins, unless they rest, they must spend actions to remove these counters before doing anything else, including removing other status counters. Being fatigue prevents the character from making attacks of opportunities, but it does not impact other actions taken outside the character's turn, such as reaction skills. If the character ever has more fatigue counters than they do actions on the character board, remove all fatigue counters. The character is stunned instead. So if you get your third fatigue, you get stunned instead. I don't see how stun can be worse than just... Maybe it's just the same way, just cleaning it up a little bit. Scramble. The top number of the maximum height or width of square inches the object... Ah, okay, cool. Stunned is... Oh. Status effects in 61. No, it wasn't 61. I don't know what status effects were. Status effects. 16. Wow, I was way off. Stun. This character cannot take actions, use skills, spin magic pegs, or voluntarily do anything and will miss their next turn. When this character's turn, instead remove the stun counter and mark them as activated for the round. The stun characters cannot become fatigued. Yep, so fatigue is not good.
No.
It would be really great if I could fatigue other things easily. Yeah, so I actually really enjoyed the game.
This reminded me of the old Fantasy Flight game, Descent, which I played. It was a dungeon crawl. I played a lot of it back in the day.
I definitely love unforgiving games. And this is definitely an unforgiving game. So I'm going to remove that little piece of armor for you and stick yours back in here and see if that actually... We take Callan out here, if that actually works out.
No.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, cool. It's really nice how tight that is, so you can actually replace the pieces there. Nice. Anywho, the game comes with 7 characters. I do like these character boards too. It also comes with, if you're familiar with Core Space, all the components in here are Core Space related. However, they did do something fun and include these boards here too, because there are special enemies that will appear in those, including the Malignant, whatever his name is, Maladum. So here's this guy I was referencing a little bit in here. He actually slots right in there whenever he's on the board. There's also the Deathly Avatar in the back of them. Ooh, that's scary. So, yeah, those guys pop in there. We also have, they're called roaming monsters. And they're double-sided, so they have different sides. That's cool. Anyways, so roaming monsters, you got some Kinkers, a Troglodyte, and a Drakon, and they're actually represented by red miniatures in there. Oh. Interesting. There's also this nice little starting area and camp that we can get for campaign mode, where we can store some items and have it's like markings for renown and stuff like that. Yeah, so here's the one of the wandering monsters right here, the one I thought looked coolest. This is that little rot troll that, by little I don't mean little. It was really cool. And this is the bad guy we're talking about, Maladum or whatever his name is. Yeah. What I'm not looking forward to in this is trying to figure out where all the pieces go back in, because they're not like, they're definitely. See, I even took him out, and I thought I just took him out from there, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, it goes there for now.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I think that's gonna cover it for today. That actually was not bad lengthwise. Like I
No,
thought it was gonna be.
No, and if you're playing like at home, you know, like a night, you know, you could easily, oh, we lost this one. Hey, let's try it again immediately.
Yeah, yeah, because the thing's already set up
Yep.
and all that stuff.
Or if you win, go on to another one. And,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I might take this copy. Like, so this is a copy actually provided by Battle Systems. They were really nice enough to give us a copy to go ahead and play on stream. And I might take this copy home and glue all the remaining pieces together so I can convince coworkers to give it a go sometime. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. And if it looks good, cool to you, we also have Core Space, which is the its predecessor but sci-fi themed.
And there's a bunch of expansions.
Yeah, check them out in VGG, because they got good ratings of VGG and everything too. So yeah. All right, I think I'll call it there though. Go ahead and cut off the stream for tonight. Appreciate everybody. So let us know what you think of this game. Talk to everybody later. Bye.